All right, so you're prepping for that Photonics Engineering Technician interview, huh? Well, you've come to the right place. We're diving deep into some RoleCatcher resources today.
Yeah, we'll be looking at the career guide, the interview guide, and
Oh, we can't forget about
definitely,
how RoleCatcher's AI can help you really stand out from the crowd. I mean,
absolutely
we're talking
will.
about a field where you're working with lasers, fiber optics,
All the cool stuff.
yeah, tech that's changing, like everything from how we communicate to
It really is.
how we treat diseases, and
And it's a great field to be in right now.
I bet.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 2% growth for engineering technician jobs
Wow.
through 2029. And
Pretty good.
that's a good deal of stability in today's world.
Stability, and you get to work with amazing technology.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I mean, I was looking at the career guide, and they even mentioned the earning potential's pretty solid,
It's not bad at all.
which is always nice, a nice bonus. But you know what? Let's get down to it. Let's get to those interview questions.
Okay, sounds good.
The RoleCatcher interview guide has a ton of them.
It does.
So let's tackle a few and see how you can really nail your answers.
All right, let's start with a pretty common one. What are your qualifications and experience in photonics engineering?
I mean, it seems,
Straightforward.
yeah, simple enough,
Mhm.
right? But I bet there's a way to make your answer really stand out.
Definitely. Be honest, of course, but don't just like read off your resume,
Right.
Think about what the specific job needs.
So tailor it.
Exactly. If they're looking for experience with fiber optics and you've, worked with fiber optic cables before, even if it wasn't,
Even if it wasn't specifically.
yeah, in a purely photonics role,
I see.
that's what you highlight.
So you're basically connecting the dots for them, showing them that the skills you have, even from different settings, are exactly what they need. Okay, I like that. What about this one? Can you describe a photonics project you have worked on in the past? How do you choose the right project to talk about?
So choose a project that showcases skills that are relevant
Relevant.
to this job.
Okay.
And don't just list what you did,
Yeah.
tell a story.
Oh, a story.
Yeah, walk them through the challenge, the actions you took, and the results you achieved.
Make it memorable.
Exactly.
I love that. A good story always sticks. I always think about the STAR method. Have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Situation, task, action, result.
Keeps things organized.
Yeah, it keeps it clear and engaging. Speaking of engaging, I'm curious about this one. How do you troubleshoot photonics systems? What are they really looking for here?
They want to see your problem-solving process
Oh, okay.
in action. Don't just say you're good at it. Describe how you approach a problem, like systematically.
Oh, so like first I isolate the issue, then I test different components, and I always check the system documentation, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very specific.
Then it's even better if you can mention like specific tools or techniques that you use.
Oh, so it shows that you have hands-on experience.
Right.
Okay, I like that. Here's one that I think is always important, especially in the tech field. How do you stay up to date with new photonics technologies and trends?
That's a good one.
This field moves so fast, it feels like there's something new every day. How do you even keep up?
Continuous learning is key.
Yeah.
Mention industry publications like SBI's journals, conferences you've attended, online communities you're a part of. Just show them you're, actively engaged.
Not just passively keeping up, but
Right.
really involved.
Yeah.
All right, getting a little more technical here, can you explain the principles of optical coherence tomography?
OCT.
OCT, yeah. I was reading in the career guide that OCT is used in everything.
Oh, it's so versatile.
Yeah, from eye exams to like examining artwork.
Yeah, it really is. But
Yeah.
they want to see if you can explain complex stuff clearly. Maybe use an analogy to make it more relatable.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you could compare how OCT uses light to create images
Okay,
to how sonar uses sound waves to map the ocean floor.
that's a good one. It makes it click. Okay, next question. How do you ensure the quality and consistency of photonics components? What kind of detail should we be going into here?
Focus on your attention to detail and your understanding of quality control. Describe your process, step by step. The testing procedures you use, specific equipment or software, any quality standards you adhere to.
So, showcasing that you're familiar with industry best practices.
For sure.
All right, let's get into a design-focused question. How do you design and simulate photonic systems? This one seems pretty technical.
It is. And this is where you highlight those technical skills, your experience with design software. Be specific. Name the software you've used, describe your process.
Right.
And if you've worked on a particularly challenging design,
That's a good example.
that's a great example to share.
To share, yeah. Shows them that you can turn, theory into real-world solutions. And speaking of the real world, how do you collaborate with other engineers and scientists on photonics projects? Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
It really does.
What are they trying to get at with this question?
They're looking at your communication and interpersonal skills. Talk about your communication style, how you approach problems as a team, maybe give an example of a successful collaboration.
So highlight that you can explain technical things clearly, that you're a good listener, and you can contribute to that shared goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, ready for a bit more, technical detail. Can you explain the differences between single mode and multi-mode fibers?
All right, so this is testing your understanding of those basic photonics concepts. Explain the key differences, like core size, number of light paths, and then, their typical applications.
Right.
A simple diagram could be helpful here.
Oh, that's a good idea. A picture's worth 1,000 words, as they say. Visuals can make things much clearer. Last question for this round. How do you ensure the safety of photonic systems and equipment? Safety first.
Especially when you're dealing with lasers, right?
Yeah.
Emphasize your knowledge of those safety rules and procedures, any safety training or certifications you have, your commitment to a safe working environment.
If you've ever handled a safety incident well, that's a great
a good example
to share because it shows you're proactive.
Wow, we just covered a lot. I'm starting to feel a lot more prepared just by talking through these.
You're doing great.
And remember, practice makes perfect.
It really does.
The more you practice, the more confident you'll be when the real deal comes around.
Exactly. And speaking of practice, that's where RoleCatcher's AI can be.
A game changer.
Yeah, a game changer. Imagine being able to tailor your resume and cover letter to each specific job.
No more generic applications.
It's all about standing out. And the AI feedback on your interview answers. That's like having a personal coach helping you refine your delivery. Okay, so we've tackled some tough questions, and we've seen how RoleCatcher's AI can give you that extra edge. But we're not done yet. There's more to explore in the world of Photonics Engineering Technician careers.
Definitely.
Welcome back. We're still diving deep into how to prep for that Photonics Engineering Technician interview.
Last time we were talking about how RoleCatcher's AI can be a big help.
It really can.
In personalizing, tailoring your resume,
Yeah.
even getting some practice on those interview answers.
It's amazing how tech can give you an edge, in the job search. But let's get back to those interview questions. I always find this next one a bit tricky. What are your salary expectations?
Yeah.
How much is too much? How little is selling yourself short?
Yeah, it's a tough one. They want to see if you fit their budget, and you want to see if it's fair,
Yeah.
Do some research. Go on Glassdoor or Salary.com. Get a feel for, the average in your area.
Okay, so know your worth, but also,
you never know.
also know what the market looks like.
Exactly. And instead of just giving them one number, give them a range.
Oh, okay.
It shows you're flexible, but you also have a baseline.
I see.
Be ready to explain why you're asking for that, too.
Okay.
If you want a little more, highlight those achievements, all that value you bring.
Makes sense. Okay, this next question always feels a bit like a trap to me. Why are you interested in this particular role?
I know, right?
What are they really getting at here?
They want to know you did your research.
Oh.
And you are really interested in this job, not just any job.
Oh.
Connect those skills and passions to the job. Think about the responsibilities, the challenges.
So instead of just saying, oh, that looks interesting, I might say something like, I'm really passionate about laser technology and I'm excited about how this role helps with your company's research.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That shows you're thinking about your goals.
Yeah.
And how this fits into that. Here's one everybody loves. What are your strengths and weaknesses?
Oh, I hate that one.
I hate that.
How honest should you be? Honesty is good, but think strategically, too.
Okay.
For strengths, pick stuff that matches the job. Back it up with examples.
Right.
Weaknesses, pick something you're really trying to improve.
So I could say, I get so focused on details that I miss the big picture sometimes. But I'm working on my communication skills, making sure we're all on the same page.
That's a great example, yeah.
Okay.
You own the weakness, but you're working on it, too.
I like that.
Okay.
Now this one, where do you see yourself in 5 years.
Mm.
I mean, do they really think we have it all figured out?
I know, right?
Like I should have it laminated, ready to go.
You don't need a whole plan, but have some direction, you know?
Okay.
Talk about learning and growing in the company, contributing to their success, maybe some areas you want to specialize in, skills you want to learn.
Shows ambition, but also that you're thinking about their future too.
Right.
Okay, back to the technical stuff. Can you describe the different types of lasers used in photonics? This feels like we're getting into some physics here.
You don't need to be a professor or anything, but you need to know the basics.
Okay.
Talk about different laser types. Gas lasers, solid-state lasers, semiconductor lasers. Focus on what makes them unique, what they're used for.
What makes them different and why it matters, basically. All right, can you describe the application of fiber optic cables in telecommunication? I feel like I read about this in the career guide.
Oh, yeah.
But could you refresh my memory on how it works?
Yeah, fiber optic cables really changed the game for telecommunications. They use pulses of light to send data, and because light is faster than electrical signals and the cables have much less signal loss, communication is clearer and faster over longer distances.
It's incredible how something so small can have such a huge impact. Okay, let's move on. Explain the importance of safety protocols when working with high-powered lasers.
This one's all about safety. High-powered lasers can hurt your eyes or skin, so safety is key. Be ready to talk about wearing the right eye protection, using laser interlocks, having designated laser zones.
So safety is paramount. You really have to be on top of things. Speaking of which, I'm curious about this one. How do you ensure accurate measurements and data analysis in a photonics lab? What should I highlight here?
Focus on precision and attention to detail. Explain how you calibrate, use controls, minimize those errors. Mention specific tools or techniques like analysis software or error calculations.
So you're not just following a recipe.
Right.
You understand why accuracy matters at every step.
Exactly.
Okay, last one. How would you handle a situation where a critical piece of equipment malfunctions during an experiment?
This one's all about problem solving, under pressure.
Right.
Walk them through it. Identify the problem, assess the impact, implement a solution. And if you've been in that situation before, share what happened. Show them you can stay calm and find a solution.
Thinking on your feet, staying cool under pressure.
Yeah.
Wow, we covered even more this time. It's feeling less intimidating the more we talk it through.
That's the goal. Preparation equals confidence.
Right.
And don't forget RoleCatcher.
Oh.
Their AI can help you fine-tune those answers, get your delivery just right, so you really shine in the interview.
So we've tackled a ton of questions. We have a good feel for what to expect, but there's more, right?
There is.
All right, welcome back to the final part of our Photonics deep dive.
Yeah.
Getting you ready for that engineering technician interview we've talked about a lot.
Yeah, we have.
From specific questions to how RoleCatcher can help.
Definitely. But there's one more thing.
There's always one more thing.
Yeah, one more piece.
Okay.
You can be a tech whiz, know everything,
Right.
but to really thrive in this field, you need a little something extra.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
What are those kind of qualities that make someone really stand out?
Well, think about it. Photonics is all about pushing the limits, what we can do with light.
Right.
So, gotta be curious.
I see that, yeah.
Always wanting to learn new tech.
Yeah, you're working with cutting-edge stuff. You can't be afraid to, jump in.
Exactly. And remember, it's not a solo thing.
Oh.
You're working with engineers, scientists, all sorts of people.
A whole team.
So teamwork, communication, that's crucial.
Being able to explain complex stuff simply, being a good listener,
Yeah.
working towards the same goal, those are important.
Absolutely. And don't forget problem solving.
Oh, right.
Things don't always go to plan, in experiments.
Right.
Got to think critically, troubleshoot, find creative solutions.
I bet patience is pretty important too, especially when something goes wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Photonics needs that attention to detail, sticking with it even when it's tough.
It sounds like you need the skills, but also the right personality.
Yeah.
That spark, loving the challenge.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's the combo that makes someone stand out.
So as you prep for that interview, think about how to show those strengths. Don't just say you're a problem solver. Give a real example. Don't just say you're curious. Talk about what excites you in photonics.
Show them that passion.
Yeah, that's what makes you memorable. Okay, future photonics experts, that's our deep dive. We've given you the info, the strategies, the tools.
Now it's your turn.
Go out there, ace that interview, and get involved in this amazing world.
Good luck.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep.